Hey there, what's up? Welcome back. I'm Sherry, and I am coming to you again with another haul. So, today's haul is basically Black Friday, Cyber Monday, a little bit of shopping. I did a little bit of TJ Maxx shopping. Um, Most of the stuff was online, but I did get a couple of palettes in store. But I will go ahead and show you what I got. Mostly palettes this time. I had a few palettes left for the year that I was really excited about. I probably still have a couple more that I may or may not get before Christmas. They're bigger palettes, so I'm kind of waiting on those to see if maybe I get them for Christmas. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got, and let's go. So the first thing was I don't really do Black Friday shopping. I don't go to the stores. I certainly don't go to the stores on Thanksgiving. I think that's kind of just beyond. But I did do a little bit of online looking. And so Thursday, I spent a little bit of time looking at some Jeffree Star cosmetics websites. I wanted to get the blood sugar palette. It was 30% off, but I did not go ahead and do it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But I did place an order. It might have been that night. I can't remember. Sephora had the Naked 2 palette on sale for half off, and I've actually really been wanting to get this palette for quite some time. It's been unavailable. I don't know if Urban Decay is doing away with it, or if it's just not been available for a while. But I wanted to get it because I'm really into, I think we've talked before, I'm really into Urban Decay palettes, and I wanted to get the full collection. And this one is a really nice kind of browns, neutrals. Most of those palettes are more neutral. And I have used this already. Don't want to blind you or cause a problem. But it's a really pretty palette. I think there's a black in there, and then everything else is just like taupes and creams and browns, which are some of my favorite ones to use. I've got to be careful with this because when I opened it, the mirror kind of popped out. It popped right back in, but I don't want to risk it because, broken mirrors and superstitions and all that stuff. But I'm really excited to have this palette. I think it completes my collection for the most part. I'm trying to think if there's any other Naked palettes that I'm missing as of right now. This is the earlier one that I was missing. There may still be one more, but I'm not really sure. But I'm really excited for this one. I got this one off of Sephora, and so because of that, you could get, your points. You can use points to get little rewards or whatever. So I did go ahead and get a couple of rewards. I got a Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser for 100 points. Now, I don't really have a beauty blender, but I think this would probably be good for brush cleaner too. So I went ahead and got that. And then I also got the Way Body Cleanser for 100 points. I really like Way products, the hair products. I really like the Rose Body Oil. It has a really pretty rose scent, and then there is a perfume that they've come out with that smells the same. And I was hoping that this smelled like that, but I'm not really sure what this smells like. If it smells like anything, I don't really know. So this will be nice to use. And then I got one sample as well. I think this was the sample that if you spent X number of dollars, you could put in the code and get this. And it's the Grandy Lash MD. It's a lash enhancing serum. I just thought maybe it would be kind of a fun thing to try. I'm usually okay with my eyelashes, but you never know. It can't hurt to enhance them, right? So those are the three things I got there, or the three samples and then the palette. Now, the other thing I got, and this I was really, really excited about. So for Cyber Monday, I think it was, or maybe this was still the Friday sale, I'm not really sure. I went to the Ulta website because they also had a couple of things that I really wanted, and those also were half off. So the first thing I got was this Catch My Eye Morphe 6-piece eye brush collection. And it comes in this really cute kind of celestial, well, it's kind of a mixture of celestial and looks like maybe Christmas lights of some sort. I don't know if it's Christmas lights or if it's just lights in general, but it's a 6-piece brush set. And this kit recently came out in collaboration with, I think, a palette that is recently out. And it was I thought, kind of expensive for Morphe brushes. But it was half off, and it was something like, I don't know, $19. And it came with 6 brushes. I'm not really going to go through the different types of brushes, but I don't think you can ever really have too many brushes. So I got that. I'm really excited to get these dirty and use these up. And then the other item I got was the Urban Decay Honey Pot collection. And this was also half off. So it went from like $59 to 20 something. And it comes with a eyeshadow primer potion, an eyeliner, a mini travel all-nighter setting spray with the honey scent, and then a mini palette. And I wanted this because, well, one, it's a cute little honey collection, but two, I wanted it because this is the only place that I could find the the eyeliner that is basically the honey eyeliner. Every time Urban Decay comes out with a collection, they usually have 1 or 2 eyeliners that come out with it as well. This particular one is amber. And of course, it's a really pretty amber honey color. Ooh, yeah, that's real nice. Ooh, I like that. So, let's see. That light's really bright. It's kind of not showing up, is it? Well, there you go. Now you can kind of see it. But it's a really pretty amber color. The funny thing is that the eyeshadow primer is also very, very colored. Let's see if I can do this without dropping everything. So Urban Decay has a really good reputation for their primers, their setting sprays, things like that. But this particular one also is kind of golden honey colored. And I don't know how that will be when you try to use it. Maybe if you're trying to do a lighter look, this might be too aggressive of a color to use as a setting, or not a setting. I don't know. It's really thick, but it's really pretty. So I guess if you're really trying to build up a gold look, that would be very helpful. I'm going to try it out a few ways and see if it's too much, or if it's something that, like, maybe if you're doing a darker look, you can start with that. We also have, I mean, I'm sure you know what Urban Decay All-Nighter is. Unfortunately, this does smell like honey, and I'm probably one of the few people in the world who does not like the smell of honey. I don't really like the taste of honey, but it makes really pretty eyeshadow. So I guess as long as I don't have to eat it or smell it, it's good. And then this is the Mini Honey Palette. And I thought this was really pretty too, because it's basically 4 shimmers and 2 matte colors, and it's just varying degrees of honey colors. So I'm sure you have any clue about honey, you know it's not all like that golden color. There are brown honeys, you know, different colors of honey, and I think this is really, really pretty. So I'm super excited to use this. So the other thing that I got in the mail with that box, and I thought this was kind of cool. I've never noticed them doing this before, but probably they did it because it's the holiday. But they also included this gift card that you can actually, they just sent it, And you can go ahead and if you wish to give this as a gift, you just go online and you activate it, and then you can give it as a gift. So they just kind of sent it out, and so that way you don't have to go shopping. You've already done it. So that's kind of a cool thing. At first I was really surprised because I was like, I don't recall ordering this, and then I thought, well, maybe they gave me a gift, but no, it's kind of a, in case you wanted to give this to somebody, now you don't have to go looking for a card kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. So if you place an order anytime in the holiday season, I'm going to assume that this is going to be in there. So that might be nice to know. Okay. And then my last few items. A couple of days ago, I realized that, well, I received an Ulta 20% coupon in the mail. So between the Ulta 20% coupon and the fact that I had a lot of points saved up, I realized that I could finally go ahead and get my Urban Decay Honey palette for my very low cost. I like to save up my points at Ulta until I have a lot. And then I like to buy something that I really have my heart set on, and then I like to see how low I can go as far as the cost. I've noticed the Ulta, I don't think they will let you actually walk out of the building with something for absolute free, but you can get as close to free as possible. So I'm going to show you what I got, and I'm really excited. When I bought the Urban Decay Cherry palette back when it came out, I managed to walk out of the store spending less than $4 on the palette because I had a 20% coupon, I had points, and so I thought I will never beat less than $4 for an Urban Decay palette. However, I have beaten it, and I will never beat this deal. Oh, I'm so excited about this. A couple of days ago, yesterday, I walked out of Ulta with two palettes that I really wanted. I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carly Bible palette, and I got the Urban Decay Honey palette, and I spent $1.80. I paid for my two palettes with 7 quarters and a nickel. I will never beat that again, but boy am I excited about it. So, as I mentioned, I got the Urban Decay Honey palette. I have been waiting to buy this palette, obviously, since well before it came out. But like I said, I was waiting to see how low I could go with the cost. And boy, there is eyeshadow on the back of it, so I really hope that doesn't mean it's broken. Oh, look at that. How pretty. I am really excited about this. So, oh, that's beautiful. All right, so this is the Honey palette. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that's so nice. So it's got, as always, kind of goes light to dark. Oof. Those 3 colors in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, can kind of see. Oh, that's really pretty. Really pretty. All right, let's see if we can. Yep, that's gonna be awesome. Oof. So they're kind of like those neutral colors that obviously I really like, with some shimmer. Those are kind of the deeper shimmery honey colors in the middle. Oh, that's going to be really fun to play with. It's so pretty. That's really pretty. And then this is the darkest color on the end. Oh yeah, that's nice. And now I have sparkle and shimmer all over my hands, but I mean, I'm never going to argue about that. That's the deep brown. Yeah, that's going to be good. Very good. So that's part of the reason I bought that other honey set is because I kind of wanted the whole collection, and I wanted, obviously, the eyeliner that went with it. But this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. This is so pretty. I'm sure I've mentioned it a million times, but my two favorite eyeshadow companies, I guess, are Urban Decay and Anastasia Beverly Hills. So at this point, I think I'm caught up with all of the Urban Decay palettes, at least with all the Naked palettes. I know that they're coming out with like a little, I think it's called something about Party palette or something, and it's like a 6-pan shimmer palette, and I don't know that I'm super itching to buy that, but it's really pretty. I played with it a little bit in the store the other day, but I mean, obviously the Naked palettes are my, I was going to say jam, but yeah. But now I'm all caught up with that. Now the other palette I bought, as I mentioned, was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carly Bible palette. And this is in collaboration with, obviously, Carly Bible, who is a YouTuber as well. I did go ahead and buy the Jackie Ina palette, which I wasn't really sure I was going to get, but I'm happy with it. It's a really nice palette. But the Carly Bible palette I knew I really wanted to get. This is, again, right up my alley. It's got a lot of, like, kind of those paler tones, a lot of neutral tones, but a lot of shimmers too. And again, I really, really, really like the Anastasia colors and palettes. Let's see, let's do some of these. Ooh, this one's real nice. Ooh, that's pretty. So we've got that. We've got Stev, Libra, and Mandala. That doesn't show up very well in my hand, but, and then Moo. So let's see. Ooh, those are pretty. Eventually I'll get the hang of showing you the things on my hand. Figure out which way my hand should move. These are really pretty though. I'm excited to play with this as well. The only problem with me having all these palettes is it's hard for me to decide which one to play with first, and then it's hard for me to move on to the next one, because once I really get going with one, I'm like, ooh, let's do this, ooh, let's do that. So it always takes me forever to kind of get through all these palettes. And I have to get better at just using a palette once and then moving on to the next one. Like, I need to start using all my palettes more often. A few months ago, I was trying to do like every day a different palette, or every week a different palette, or every month I'd use a certain brand. And so maybe in January I'll start doing that again. But for sure, I really need to start using the ones that I have a little bit more. And again, I think I've mentioned before, starting January 1st, I'm going to do a no-buy until March 15th. And so maybe that'll help me kind of get into the groove and really start using up some of the stuff I have. Now, the last two things I bought, well, and then I also got a little sample when I got the Anastasia and the Honey palette. It looks like it's a Brow Wiz, a skinny brow pencil. Now, I know I don't really do my brows. I put a little like gel in them to kind of keep them still, but I'm not opposed to doing my brows. I just don't necessarily think that every time you do your makeup you have to do, all these crazy intense looks. But it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown. I don't know anything about using brow pencils, so I may use it just to see, but I'm not gonna, dedicate myself to brows. All right, now for real, the last thing I bought, I ended up going to TJ Maxx right after I went to Ulta yesterday, and TJ Maxx, I had seen a video where they were talking about like kind of the new releases at TJ Maxx, or things that have shown up at TJ Maxx lately, and there were two things that I really wanted that they had at Ulta, and they had it at Sephora, and it's been on sale, but I still felt like it was too much. And it was two Becca products. But when I went to TJ Maxx, I found both of these products for a quarter of the price. So even less than they already were at Ulta. And they're both, I think I already mentioned, they're both Becca products. And one is the Glow Dust Highlighter in the color Champagne Pop. So it comes in this, and it's actually a loose highlighter, kind of like a loose powder, but it's a highlighter, so you don't want to put this everywhere. And it's in the color Champagne Pop, which is the color that Jaclyn Hill created with Becca. And it's however many years ago that this was created. But I'm not going to open it because I have a very bad feeling that I would spill it and it would go everywhere. But this is, what it comes in. And again, it's a loose highlighter. And if you know anything about the Champagne Pop color, it's kind of a golden champagne color. And it's really, really pretty. This will probably go into my backup collection because I have a Champagne Pop in the regular container, so the pressed powder container. So I probably don't need to open this right now. The odds are good I will, but I don't need to. So we're going to see if I can manage to put this away and just leave it be for a little bit. But I'm really excited about this because I ended up getting it for $9 instead of $28 or $40, what the original cost. So I'm excited about this. And then the last thing I got was also part of that Becca Glow collection. It's the Glow Body Stick in, again, Champagne Pop. They did like a whole Champagne Pop collection. I don't know if it was an anniversary collection, if it was just a pretty thing to do for the summer. I don't know what it was. But this was basically it's a Glow Body Stick. And it comes like this. It's kind of a big container. And this is what it looks like. Now this also will probably get put away because it's not summertime, it's not warm out, so I really don't have any need for a body stick. But look at that. This is the color here. And it's really, really pretty. Now again, I like the Champagne Pop color. Yeah, every time I go into the store, I want to play with this. So now I'm glad I have it because now I don't have to go in the store and play with it. But I'm glad that I've discovered TJ Maxx and I've figured out that most of the time the stuff I really want will end up at TJ Maxx. So who knows, there may still be some palettes or some other random things that I've kind of been looking at the store that once they move over to TJ Maxx I might be more interested in getting. But as for right now, that is the end of it. I need to be good and I need to start buying Christmas presents. There are a few things that I have in mind for a few people whose names I will not mention just in case. And I'm super excited for that. But I have a feeling I will probably do at least one or two more hauls for my own fun because I don't really want to show anything that I'm giving as a gift because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But I am really looking forward to the end of the year and just kind of seeing where we go from there. So I think that is it for this particular haul. Just want to remind you that next year is a big election year. There are probably at least 3 different elections, and I think it's super important to make sure that you vote. So if you are registered to vote, don't forget to vote. And if you are not yet registered to vote, please make sure that you get registered. One of the great things about this country is that we always have a say in what happens around us. And so I just want to highly recommend that you get registered to vote and that you do, in fact, vote. It is so, so, so important. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I'm sure I will be back with you very, very soon. And if not, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.